A gentle breeze carried the aroma of blossoming jasmine across the bamboo grove as Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree. Disciples gathered silently, their robes blending with the earth, forming a serene circle around the enlightened one. I approached with humility, my heart heavy with questions about life's endless suffering. The Buddha motioned for me to sit near. Silence lingered as the disciples glanced at one another, searching for the answer concealed within his question. Lord, Purna ventured, bowing low, its virtue lies in holding water, nourishing the thirsty. The Buddha gazed into the distance before speaking. To understand suffering, we must first look deeply within ourselves. Can a cup already full of stones fulfill its purpose of holding water? Purna shook his head, his expression tinged with curiosity and awe. No, Lord, it cannot, Purna admitted softly, glancing at the cup in Buddha's hand. Its current state is a result of impermanence. I nodded, unsure of his intent. The disciples nodded, their attention unbroken, drinking in the wisdom as if it were nectar for the soul. Buddha turned his gaze to the grove, his eyes seemingly gazing beyond the horizon and into the boundless infinite. Our minds are like this cup, he began, his tone carrying both the weight of ages and the promise of dawn. Many of you come to me desiring knowledge, yet your minds are crammed with preconceived notions and fears. A murmur rippled through the group, as each disciple reflected on their own inner barriers. If your mind is like a cup full of stones, Buddha continued, can it then hold the water of wisdom? The disciples shook their heads in unison, their attention sharpened like a bowstring taut with purpose. Buddha smiled, his expression tender as the morning light. To receive wisdom, one must first empty the mind of what it clings to, he said. And to empty oneself is to embrace the truth of impermanence, the ever-changing nature of life. He placed the cup on the ground, the hollow sound resonating like a gong striking clarity within the disciples. Purna, Buddha called, gesturing for his disciple to step closer, his form trembling slightly as he obeyed. What troubles your mind? Buddha asked, his voice gentle, his presence a balm to the storm within. Lord, I fear I lack the wisdom to teach others, Purna confessed, his voice tight with hesitation. Your fear is the stone in your cup, Purna, Buddha said, his eyes soft but piercing. What will you do with it? Purna hesitated, his gaze fixed on the empty cup, his heart a whirlwind of doubt and realization. I will release it, he said at last, his voice steady, his gaze meeting Buddha's with newfound resolve. Buddha nodded, his approval silent yet profound, like the still waters of a hidden lake. Releasing the stone does not mean abandoning effort, Buddha explained. It means creating space for learning, growth, and transformation. He poured water into the cup, letting it overflow, soaking into the earth, a silent testament to the cycle of renewal. Even this water, Buddha said, cannot remain. It flows away, its journey continuing, just as all things must. The disciples listened intently, their breaths synchronized as if drawn by an invisible thread of shared understanding. Do not fear what you do not know, Buddha said, his words lingering in the air like a sacred mantra. It is in not knowing that you remain open, receptive, and capable of discovering the truth. A bird chirped in the distance, its melody harmonizing with the teachings, a reminder of the interconnectedness of life. Through practice, my disciple, the breath is your anchor amidst the storm of life's turbulence. The disciples bowed deeply, their hearts resonating with the simplicity and profundity of the lesson. Buddha's teachings that day became an indelible mark on their souls, guiding them through the labyrinth of existence. The grove returned to stillness, the air enriched with the fragrance of wisdom and jasmine. As the sun dipped below the horizon, another day began in the golden light of dawn. The forest near Shravasti awakening in quiet harmony with nature's rhythms. Birds sang melodies woven into the fabric of morning. their voices carrying through the mist-kissed trees. Buddha walked along the forest path, his footsteps light, his presence grounding amidst the fleeting beauty. His disciples followed closely, their robes swaying as they moved, reverence and curiosity blending in their gazes. At the roadside, they encountered a man struggling with his broken chariot. The wheel splintered, his expression etched with frustration. Buddha paused, observing the man, his gaze calm and filled with compassion, his thoughts steady as a flowing stream. The man looked up and saw the teacher, sweat gleaming on his brow, and bowed deeply in respect. "Revered one," the man said, his voice trembling slightly, "my chariot wheel is broken, and I do not know what to do." Buddha stepped closer, his movements deliberate, his aura soothing the air as he stood beside the broken wheel. "Tell me," Buddha asked, his tone steady and clear, "why do you think the wheel broke?" The man hesitated, his mind searching for answers, uncertainty shadowing his thoughts as his gaze lingered on the splintered spokes. "I neglected its care," the man confessed, his voice heavy with regret. "Perhaps it was too weak to bear the weight." Buddha nodded, the subtle motion conveying understanding without judgment, a silent invitation to introspection. Without understanding the cause, Buddha said, any attempt to repair it would be futile, like building without a foundation. The disciples leaned in slightly, their attention drawn to the unfolding lesson, their curiosity ignited like a flame meeting air. "Consider this," Buddha continued, his words deliberate, his gaze unwavering. "Is a broken wheel the end of the chariot's journey?" The man's face reflected the flicker of hope sparking within, a realization beginning to bloom like a lotus in muddy water. "No," the man replied slowly. "It is not the end, but a challenge, a call to mend and continue forward." Buddha smiled, the warmth of his expression lighting the path to understanding, his presence like sunlight on leaves. "Every obstacle," Buddha said, "is an opportunity, a chance to innovate, to create anew, to strengthen and transform." The man nodded, the weight of frustration lifting from his shoulders, replaced by the promise of possibility, the clarity of purpose. "What you mend with insight," Buddha continued, "is stronger than what was born without trial, for it carries the wisdom of growth." His disciples exchanged glances, the simplicity of the lesson resonating deeply, each finding reflections in their own lives and challenges. "Life," Buddha said, his voice soft but steady, "is a series of broken wheels, each teaching us the value of understanding and renewal." The man touched the broken wheel, his hands steady as he envisioned its potential, the journey it could still carry him on. Buddha's gaze shifted to his disciples, his eyes a mirror of compassion and clarity, his teachings threading through their minds. When faced with failure, Buddha said, "First pause, observe, and understand, for only through insight can true solutions arise." The sunlight filtered through the trees, dappling the earth with shifting patterns, a silent dance of impermanence and beauty. "But remember," Buddha continued, "mending does not mean clinging to the past. It means building towards the future with mindful purpose." The man bowed deeply, his gratitude woven into his movement, his resolve solidifying like stone under the flowing water of wisdom. "Do not fear what breaks," Buddha said, his voice carrying like a sacred mantra, "for in breaking, new beginnings unfold." The disciples absorbed the teaching, each sentence etching itself into the architecture of their minds, a guide through their own paths. "The chariot's journey continues," Buddha said, his tone serene, not despite its broken wheel, but because of the effort to mend it. The forest seemed to hold its breath, the air vibrant with the quiet power of transformation, the essence of interconnectedness. "Let every obstacle teach you," Buddha said, his voice a gentle echo in their thoughts. "For in not knowing, wisdom begins." As the man knelt to repair his wheel, his actions infused with new understanding, The disciples silently marveled at his determination. Buddha walked onward, his footsteps light yet grounding, his presence a reminder of the infinite possibilities within impermanence. The chariot's creak faded as the man followed his path, his journey reborn, his spirit strengthened by wisdom shared that day. Disciples continued behind Buddha, their minds alive with reflection, each finding threads of connection to their own moments of trial. The air was still. "Today we walk," the Buddha declared, his voice steady. Another day unfolded with the sun rising over the mountain peaks, its rays weaving through the mist like threads of gold. Buddha walked with his disciples along an unfamiliar path, the air thick with anticipation and the scent of dew. The disciples followed closely, their footsteps light yet hesitant, their thoughts clouded by the mystery of their destination. "Lord," Ananda said, stepping forward, his voice tinged with concern, "this path is unknown to us. What lies ahead remains hidden." Buddha paused, his gaze sweeping across the mist-covered terrain, his presence steady as the earth beneath their feet. "Ananda," Buddha replied, his voice calm and measured, "do we truly know what lies ahead on any path, even one well-traveled?" Ananda faltered, his thoughts swirling as he pondered Buddha's question, the simplicity of it peeling back layers of his doubt. "No, Lord," Ananda admitted, bowing his head, "even the familiar can hold surprises, both welcome and unforeseen." Buddha smiled, his expression serene, his eyes luminous with clarity, reflecting the boundless truth of impermanence. "The unknown," Buddha said, his tone resonant, "is not a void to be feared but a space ripe with possibilities and lessons." The disciples exchanged glances, their curiosity ignited, each mind reaching toward understanding, seeking the wisdom concealed in uncertainty. "Consider this," Buddha continued, his gaze steady and far-reaching. "What if the unknown path leads not to danger but to discovery?" A murmur rippled through the group, their hesitation softening, their thoughts shifting like mist revealing the landscape beneath. "The fear of not knowing," Buddha said, his voice deliberate, "is the root of many great discoveries, the seed of transformation." The mist began to part slowly, revealing glimpses of the valley below, lush and teeming with life, untouched by the day's shadow. "Step forward," Buddha urged, his presence an anchor amidst the swirling doubts, "and you will find what the unknown offers willingly to open hearts." The disciples moved cautiously, their movements imbued with the gravity of understanding, each step an embrace of the mystery before them. "To tread an unknown path," Buddha said, "is to open oneself to lessons unimagined, truths unseen, and connections unforeseen." His words hung in the air, each syllable resonating like a temple bell, stirring reflections that danced within each disciple's mind. "Ananda," Buddha called, his gaze resting on his disciple, "what do you fear most about not knowing the road ahead?" Ananda hesitated, his thoughts tumbling, his heart trembling as he grappled with the vulnerability exposed by the question. "I fear danger," Ananda admitted softly, "that I may lead others astray, unable to protect them from the unknown." Though it was not much, the act of giving felt transformative. The villagers received the offerings with gratitude, their faces brightening with hope. "No, Lord," Ananda replied, bowing low, "I do not control the road nor the events that unfold upon it." Buddha smiled, his approval unspoken yet profound, his gaze carrying the assurance of timeless understanding. "Then understand this," Buddha said, "wisdom is not the absence of uncertainty. It is the embrace of it, the willingness to learn." The valley opened further before them, a tapestry of nature's intricate design, its beauty unfolding like the petals of a lotus. "See how the unknown gifts us," Buddha said, his voice soft but resonant. "If only we walk forward with open hearts and minds." The disciples stood still, their breaths synchronized, their souls illuminated by the grace and truth of Buddha's teachings. Every unknown path, Buddha said, is a mirror reflecting your innermost fears, desires, and the boundless potential of transformation. His gaze lingered on the valley below, the sunlight casting golden patterns upon the greenery, a silent testament to interconnectedness. Do not seek to conquer the unknown, Buddha said. Seek instead to understand, to learn, and to be humbled by its vastness. The disciples bowed deeply, their movements filled with gratitude, their hearts resonating with the simplicity and profundity of the lesson. The road ahead remains unknown, Buddha said, his tone serene, yet we tread it not alone. For wisdom guides us like an eternal flame. The mist cleared entirely, revealing the valley in its fullness, a place vibrant with life, a reminder of nature's impermanence. What you fear is the shadow of your own thoughts, Buddha said, his voice carrying softly, and shadows disperse when met with light. The disciples reflected deeply, their minds a mosaic of introspection, their spirits attuned to the harmony of Buddha's words. Let every step you take, Buddha said, be grounded in curiosity, courage, and the willingness to accept the unknowable. They walked onward, their footsteps steady, their purpose clear, the mist of their doubts dissolving like morning dew under sunlight. Buddha's presence remained a guiding force, a beacon of wisdom amidst the fleeting uncertainties of the path they traveled. The valley thrived below them, its existence a celebration of impermanence, a silent witness to life's interconnected rhythms. Buddha's teachings that day became woven into the fabric of their being, illuminating their journeys far beyond the misty trail. The sun descended toward the horizon, painting the sky in hues of amber and crimson, its light carrying the day's wisdom forward. To give and to receive, both require courage, the Buddha said. In doing so, we honor the interdependence that binds all beings. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.